Hi all, Huda Govinda. So it's Madhavalasya from ML channel. So today again we are going to discuss about a divulge of celestial secrets. Before I get into the topic, I would like to share exciting news that where I did mention in one of my demystifying veganism video that. Like I was just trying for an yogurt drink alternative. Finally, it did worked out. Lord help me to get through it. Actually, I did try with cashew milk, and it did turn into a buttermilk, and absolutely no differences in the taste as well, taste, texture, and nutrition wise, it's more beneficial than the dairy yogurt drink. So what I did was I just took a glass of I just warmed up a glass of cashew milk, which you can get it from Sprouts. I did try a brand, maybe I'll put it in the description, where or I'll just share it in the next thing, where it has only filtered water and cashew milk. The regular silk or that brand has a locust gum. It actually irritates my tummy. So I don't use any non-dairy alternative beverages with a locust gum added. So there was a brand, there is a brand which does not have any locust gum or jalan gum or anything. It has just filtered water with cashews alone as ingredients. I will share it in my next discussion about the brand name and everything. So, and I just got the vegan probiotics from Amazon, which is 500 milligram units. 500 mu units. I just mix that one capsule content, only the one capsule content. Like I just open the capsule outer layer, and I pour the content of the capsule, and then I stir it up in a with using a wooden ladle. I did not use any metal because metal would react. That's what I heard from one of the tasty website. And then I kept it inside the not microwave. Kept it inside the oven with the oven lights turned on for 2 days. And the third day, surprisingly, I just stirred upon it. The yummy non-dairy yogurt drink is ready, and everybody in our house tried, and they did not see any difference. So I just thought I could share it with that. So coming into the divulge of celestial secrets, I hope you're all enjoying it with the firm conviction that it is not as boring as I think of. So let me start with Sri Lakshmi Narasimhar, because I know many misconception are rounding about or rounding over Sriman Narayana, the stating that he gets angry quickly and everything. So one example would be Sri Lakshmi Narasimhar. Many people know about the story of Sri Lakshmi Narasimhar, where he came for Sri Prahalada Maharaj, or Bhakta Prahaladan, and then everybody says he was very angry, and he killed Hiranyakashipu with his nails and everything. First of all, I would like to unreveal, or sorry, not unveil or reveal the facts about Sri Lakshmi Narasimhar. I mean, Sri Lakshmi Narasimhar is not at all angry. First of all, he was not at all in an angry mood at all in order to kill, or in order to relieve Hiranyakashipu from his body. First of all, we need to understand who is Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakshan. So everybody would have heard about the story of Jaya Vijaya coming down as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakshan, and then Ravanan, and then Ravanan and Kumbhakarnan, and then Sishubalan and Dandavakran. So maybe for those, because I'm still not clear who are all have subscribed, so I'm just telling the story of why Hiranyakashipu got relieved the curse and everything. So once in Sri Karya Vaikuntham. So Karya Vaikuntham is nothing but it is in the milk of ocean place, which is still in Prakriti. That means in the materialistic world only, just above the heaven we can think of. Like how our earth is surrounded by salt water, likewise each and every loka is surrounded by different types of water. So next session, or maybe 2 days later, I will explain with a picture. I'm trying to explain the picture whereas I have to record it in Zoom and upload it. I'll try my best. Otherwise, we have to just assume things, because in this laptop I'm not sure how I can show it, but I'll see how I could incorporate a picture while this recording is there. So Jaya Vijaya is the doorkeepers of Karya Vaikuntham, which is in the milk of ocean, which is inside this materialistic world of Prakriti. So while they're waiting, like Sanat Kumaras, like they're all like four first sons of Manasika Putras of Brahma. That means they're all like divine sons of Brahma, and then divine sons of Brahma, and then they were actually very very divine. They're very very elated devotees of Sriman Narayana. So once they were trying to enter Karya Vaikuntham, and Jaya Vijaya Dwara Balakars, they stopped him. That is doorkeepers stopped, security person stopped them, and then Sanat Kumaras got really mad, and they cursed them to be born as enemies of Sriman Narayana. And Sriman Narayana wasn't happy with it. So basically because obviously Sriman Narayana loves everyone, just because of their karma, they have to take birth as enemies, who would think Sriman Narayana as their enemies. And then Sriman Narayana told them they would he would relieve them from the curses every time when they are born. So 3 times they have to take birth as birth, thinking Sriman Narayana has his enemy, because Sriman Narayana does not have any enemies, and people who envy him also, he loves them. So he's such a sweet person. So do not believe enemies of Sriman Narayana and all those things. There are no enemies of Sriman Narayana or anything like that. Sriman Narayana loves everyone. Even he just looks at the truthfulness of us. If you are true to him, even if you don't like him, if you just say I don't like you, that's what he likes, rather than faking it out or trying to fake out stating that I like you. Then even then I won't say he doesn't like you, but what I'm trying to say is he would feel upset, but he'll still help us. But it's better to be true to a person who loves us, right? So it is better to be true. That is what he expects, and if you are true to him, then it is a different feeling you all would experience. So coming back to the story, so Sriman Narayana promised Jaya Vijaya the Dwara Balakas, that the doorkeepers, that he would come by himself, and then he would relieve them from the curse. So the first birth was Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, and then second one was Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Third and last one is the Shishubala and the Dandavakra. So that's why for Hiranyakshan, Sriman Narayana appeared as Sri Varahamurti, and then for Hiranyakashipu he came as Sri Lakshmi Narsimhar, and then for Ravana and Kumbhakarna he came as Sri Rama, and Sita Rama, and then for Shishubala and for Dandavakra he came down as a Sri Rukmani Krishna. So that is what it is. So Narsimhar and Prahalada, Bhakta Prahaladan also, there is a story behind it. What happened was once Bhakta Prahalada, in his previous birth, he was a hardened devotee of Sriman Narayana, but what happened at the end of his life, where he was about to leave the body, what happened was he was surrounded by many demons, and he left the body by looking at the demons, by getting afraid. So he got he got birth in a demonic family, which is Hiranyakashipu. So that is why they always says whatever we think at the end of our while leaving our body, that the same thought we would be. So I will take this lesson in the future classes, but coming back to the same point, so that's why Prahaladan was born as born in a demonic family, and even it's a very nice thing, whereas Narada Munivar, before Hiranyakashipu was about to have mate with his wife, or about to make love with his wife, what happened was Narada Munivar was kept on saying to him Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. So what happened was Hiranyakashipu was keep on thinking about Narayana, 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 and then Prahaladan formed. Well, while he was making love with his wife, he was thinking about Narayana, 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 and then Prahaladan got formed, and he got that the knowledge since his birth itself. So everybody knows about Bhakta Prahaladan story, right? So when Sri Lakshmi Narsimha appeared, what happened was so first of all, everybody would have this question, why Sri Lakshmi Narsimha did not save him at the first time when he was about to get killed, but why it was saved him the last time. So basically the reason behind this is one main reason for Lakshmi Narsimha to appear is to relieve Hiranyakashipu from his curse, right? So but what happened, Hiranyakashipu ordered his servants to, or his or his courtyards to do all this killing. So in those time, in those situations, Narsimar actually protected. Narsimar actually, I mean, Sriman Narayana protected Prahladan in many ways, and everybody knows about it. And even Sri Lakshmi also protected him in many ways. So that is the reason Sri Lakshmi Narsimar did not come at the initial stage, because because he wants to relieve Hiranyakashipu from a curse. Since Hiranyakashipu ordered his courtiers to torture or kill Prahladan, he doesn't want to come there, because of course he doesn't want to kill the courtyards, because they are just obeying the orders, rather than killing the source, or the main source, relieving the main source from the curse. And then why Narsimha took the Narsimha Avadar, in the sense he would have taken even an elephant head, or horse head, or any animal's head, right? Why lion? So there's an interesting twist to it. So basically, when Hiranyakashipu was asking Prahladan, can you please confirm if Sri Narsimha is in this pillar? He said yes, and Hiranyakashipu was so mad. He said if I'm gonna hit this pillar, if your Sriman Narayana I don't know, if I do not see him in this pillar, then what would happen? I would kill you, like how a lion would kill I would chop off your head, like how lion would chop off the head of an elephant. Okay, so Sri Lakshmi Narsimar, at that time he thought, why can't I take the lion's head? So that is the reason why he took the lion's head. It has nothing to do with being manliness in lion or anything like that, because the main intention of Sri Lakshmi Narsimar's avatar is to relieve Hiranyakashipu from his curse. That is his main intention. Of course, to bless Prahladan, because Prahladan is a source for his coming. That's it. It's one of his one of his log of reason for him to come. That's it. But this main reason is to relieve Hiranyakashipu, who is Jaya Vijaya from his from his curse. That's it. So when he was inside the pillar, actually many of the pictures are portrayed him being angrily tearing his abdomen or tummy, and then angrily taking all the intestines upon him. First of all, think about it. So Jaya Vijaya are Karya Vaikuntham doorkeepers, and Sriman Narayana knows that they came to this Prakriti, they came and born on the earth just to to overcome their curses. That's it. Just due to their curses they came onto this. So how would Narsimha would be angry, right? Actually he loves Jaya Vijaya than Prahladan. So what happened was, it's just cat on the wall situation. So he wants to relieve the person from his curse. Another thing is he want to protect another devotee. So basically both of them are his beloveds. Of course he loves Prahladan a lot, but to me he loves Jaya Vijaya a lot, because only for them he came down. So which is better, right? And he was really upset, and because of his upsetness he started roaring. So from the lion's perspective, we can never figure it out whether the lion is roaring because of angerness or upset. Irrespective of whatever emotions lion roars, it looks like the same. So it is definitely not angerness or anything like that. It is basically it is basically his upsetness, in order to show his upset, because he's got into a very very tricky situation where he has to save both of them. One is by killing, another is by saving from killing. So you can ask me which is better. Everybody used to say everybody, I mean even Shri Velukudi Krishnan Swami also jokingly passes this comment stating that we always think we are into Prahladan group, actually we are all into the Jaya Vijaya group. Actually one way it is true, because when we take Sharanagati, when we leave this body, Sriman Narayana will come to us. Of course he will not kill us or anything like that, but he will come to us and he'll take us. So I take it in the positive sense. So another thing is leaving a body is not a curse, actually it's a very boon. So Prahladan saving him is also a great thing, but Prahladan is still in this Prakriti world. But Jaya Vijaya actually their curse got nullified, and after Dandavakra and Sishubala, what happened? They went to Sri Vaikuntham. So they are in Sri Vaikuntham as their Sriman Narayana's beloved forever. So what, take it in the positive sense. If somebody is saying Sriman Narayana killed him, that is utter stupidity. I mean, there is no something like killing or anything. Either there should be a reason behind it, or it should relieve them from a curse only he would kill. I mean, I wouldn't state as killing, it's just relieving him from a curse. So he was very upset because for one of his devotee or one of his beloved, whatsoever, he is going to relieve him from the curse of being in this materialistic world. For another one, he's going to still be in this materialistic world. So that is why, he was very upset, because people might call him as partial or anything, but it has nothing to do with partial. It's just because of our desire. Because Prahlad, I'll tell you why. So that is why, so please don't consider Sri Lakshmi Narasimha as a very, rude, anger person. Sriman Narayana can never be angry. How can he be angry? And he will never punishes anybody. It is happening all because of our karma and our deeds. That's it. I mean, even during karma or deeds, he's helping us in many ways. Then think about it. If we wed him or take Sharanagati unto him, then all the karma will be gone, and think how better he could help us. So that is, help us, right? I mean, that is why we are here to discuss all those things to overcome this. You can ask me who gave you all this explanation. I heard it from different Upanyasikas also, and also Sri Lakshmi Narasimha came to me in person and told me, what you're saying is right, please go ahead and tell it, because Sriman Narayana can never be angry. So some people believe God coming in person and explaining all these things. I do believe, and it happened to me. So because it happened to me several times, and he is living with me every day. So it's up to everyone's view to believe it or not, but that is the truth. So nobody can deny the truth. So Sri Lakshmi Narasimha was upset. Because of his upsetness, and his head is in the lion's head, lion just roars. That's it. How do we know lion's emotions, right? So he just roared just to express his upsetness and his sadness. That's it, nothing else. He was not angry or anything. Actually, he was very happy to relieve Vijaya, because he just have 2 more birds to come back to Sri Vaikuntham. That's it. So I mean, certain things we should not accept as it is, because we have to think how will Lord will become angry, get angry with us. He will get only upset with us. That's it. Another thing is and so that is what, and even after relieving Vijaya from Hiranyakashipu from his curse, Prahladan was given a choice to ask for a boon. Prahladan did not ask for moksham or liberation from birth and death cycle, which is very stupidity, because that's where people getting confused. That was his perspective. Prahladan was thinking, because he was doing bhakti yoga, and he was thinking asking for moksham is not the right thing, but that is utter wrong thing. Actually, you are taking birth every time, and because of us, Sriman Narayana is also coming every time, and we are also suffering, and we are making Narayana also to suffer, right? So in that case, asking for liberating, ending the suffering is a very intelligent way, or is a smart way, right? I mean, Bhakta Prahladan did not ask for it, because he thought because he did bhakti yoga people will not ask for liberation from birth and death cycle. They just wait for the Lord to give them, to relieve them. And as I said in my previous recordings, which is vision of a aesthetic life, it's not vision of aesthetic life, I guess, in the Celestial Secrets part 3, it's not easy to do bhakti yoga in this Kali Yuga, right? So better we have to use our sixth sense, and then be proactive, and then take the right decision, which is ending this suffering by taking Sharanagati, or Prapatti, or Ved Sriman Narayana. All the 3 refers the same thing. And then go back to Sri Vaikuntham, where he is waiting to give us all the eternal bliss, which we cannot get it over here, right? Eternal bliss without anxiety or without any hindrance. So that is what it is. So Bhakta Prahladan did not ask for it, rather he asked for to keep on remembering him until his thing. So again, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha was very upset, because he was expecting Prahladan to ask for liberation of birth and death, liberation instead, but he asked for different thing. But then he just gave these things. So you can ask me, why did he ask them? Because that is because of Prahladan's karma. His karma stopped him, right? But at least Lakshmi Narasimha came in front of him, and then he placed his hand on his head. Even then karma did not go away, because that is what that powerful karma is. So only possible way to get this karma nulled out is only by taking Sharanagati. Only by taking Sharanagati or Ved Sriman Narayana, all this karma will be gone, right? So that is the thing, first thing we would like to mention about. And then the second thing is in Srimad Ramayana, everybody would have heard, where Sita Devi, when Kaikeyi requested Sri Rama to exile their kingdom and get into the forest, like Sita Devi also Akkamani, right? Sita Devi and Lakshmana Perumal also. So what happened, initially Sita Devi does not know how to wear the barkwood tree dress. So by seeing this, Dasharatha offered him all the different silk cloths, to wear one each day, and then with jewels also to wear, which cannot be repeated, and then she left, right? Many people are thinking that in a different way. First of all, those clothes which are changed every day are like the births which we are taking, birth and death we are taking, every cycle. So that is what Sita Devi wants us to realize. So why silk means, because it looks like silk, but it's all very itchy, and it looks comfortable, but it's not. So she is changing it every day, because the whole day dirt will be there, and then the smelly akal would be there, andram would be there, and everything. So even though it looks like a silk, it is all dirty things only. So that's what Sita Devi would like us to realize. So many people would ask, why would she wear a silk sari? I agree, but there is a reason behind it, because she wants us to realize, wearing a silk sari every day or changing a silk sari every day, that means we are taking that many births. So that is what so after getting abducted by Ravana, and I mentioned the same thing in the other video as well, getting abducting by Ravana is nothing but where all our karmas will stop us from taking the prapati or veg Sriman Narayana. And then Hanuman is nothing but his acharya, because after getting abducted, she did not change her clothes at all. If you have noticed, she was just in the same clothes forever. And then acharya, Hanuman in the acharya form, he just come to pass the message and say he's ready, he's willing to come here at any point of time. As a part of Sharanagati, she gave her a hair clip to him, because hair is we are going to bow down in front of him when you are taking Sharanagati. So basically she took a hair clip out of her hair and gave it to him, stating that I did Sharanagati unto you. And then within a matter of 1 month, Rama came and saved, fought with the Ravana, who is nothing but all our karmas, nulled it out, and then immediately he took her to Sri Vaikuntham. I mean, that Pushpak Vimanam coming to Ayodhya is the symbolic representation of where Rama will take us, every soul. I mean, it doesn't matter, Rama, Sriman Narayana will take us in any form which we like to Sri Vaikuntham in that Pushpak Vimanam. So that is the thing. So that is the thing. Another thing I would like to explain about is about the superstitious belief explanation. Okay, so everybody would have heard about superstitious belief, right? And some people would say it's a superstitious belief. Some people would say it's just an indication of something is going to happen wrong. First thing I would like to mention is about the cat crossing us when we are about to start. Actually, it is proved in Japan that when the cat crosses us, it emits some gamma radiation. So gamma radiation means it's not good for our body. Our body cannot handle it. It will cause a bad negative energy. So that is why in olden days they have mentioned when a cat crosses us, when you're about to leave or when you're about to start, then gamma radiation then you have to stop and then do it. Of course, when you're driving we cannot stop it. But if you see a cat crossing you when you're about to start walking, then just stay back home for 2 minutes and then wash your legs and then do it. And then salt. So keeping a salt actually increases a positive energy. It is also scientifically proved also. So that is why in olden days they'll take drishti. That means to remove all the negative energy. So I would say take a small amount of salt with you. Carry a small amount of salt with you in a glass bottle. Whenever you go out, I know people do not have time to take drishti. And then when you come back home, just try to make a circle around your head in clockwise and anti-clockwise like this. And then put it in the faucet and then clean it put it in the faucet. I would say dump the salt into the faucet kitchen and then clean it. And then sneezing when you're going out, basically the reason behind usually they'll say, right, when you sneeze when you go out means don't go out, wait for 5 minutes. That is because when you're sneezing you're not feeling well. That is one reason. Another reason is when you're sneezing you're spreading the infection. So when you sneeze and you go out, your infection is capable of traveling a certain distance. So that is why they're saying when you sneeze wait for a few minutes and then go, because you don't want to spread the disease. And then another thing is when we are using the bathroom, we have to, when you come out, we have to clean our toes and legs. So of course after coming to USA we stopped cleaning it, but again we can follow it because I will follow it. So that is because the because of the infections and everything we cannot take chances. And then like another thing is like, we should not sleep under the tree due to the um, um, what is that, because of paranormal activity, like ghosts and everything. The main reason behind it was like, when you're sleeping under the tree, especially at night, you all know like trees emit carbon dioxide at night, and take inhale oxygen. So when you're sleeping under beneath the tree at night, what would happen was like, we would be inhaling carbon dioxide, which is bad for health. So that is the reason in those days they told us like, do not sleep under a tree because of ghosts and paranormal activity. There's no paranormal activity, but I'm not saying there are no paranormal activity in this entire earth or not. It is just like, positive energy, like, and negative energy. So I believe only that. So in that case, like, like that is the reason why we have to do it. Sorry, I had to take a water break. And then like, in order to increase positive energy in your house, always keep a glass of water in your bedroom, or wherever you sleep, or even in your study room, or wherever you work. And then like put some essential oil into it, whichever flavor you like. And then like, at dusk, refill it. I mean, throw the water in the faucet, and then like clean it, and then like refill it again, and then like put the essential oil and keep it in the bedroom. So if you do like this, it will increase the positivity. And it is also like, scientifically proved that essential oils will help us to create a calm, soothing nature. And like it will help us to reduce the stress, and you can sleep better, right? Instead of using a room spray, you can even try that, because I am trying it right now. It's really good. Excuse me. Instead of using a room spray, actually, like, I'm just keeping even in the bathroom also, even in the toilet also, I'm just keeping a glass of water every day with some essential oil pour into it, so that like, it smells really fresh. And also essential oils can have the can absorb all the bad odors, and it reflects only the good odors. So that is also increases the positivity. It reduces stress, keeps you calm, and makes you more focused better. And then like, another thing, they would say like keep a salt in a cup, next to the kitchen stove. That is because like salt usually has a positive energy, and it absorbs all the negative energy, and it get vaporized. That's it. So if you keep a salt next to the kitchen stove every day, and then like, fill it as soon as you see it's getting reduced, like that will help us to increase the positive energy. That's why they always says we should always take the salt with us, because like salt absorbs negative energy surrounding us. And also like, it just like, gives us only positive energy. It just vaporizes the negative energy by keeping us intact, which will help us to like focus better, and everything. So that's all I have, guys, for today's session. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time. Goda Govinda.